June, the 9th.
Microphone check one, two. It's all about, well, it's Wednesday, but it was supposed to be a Tuesday. Welcome to Game Talk with Darth Fred and Forsaken. And tonight we'll be looking at the big thing itself. E3! Oh my god! 2018, this Saturday. It's all about this Saturday, and these guys are going to be talking all about it. Darth Fred, Forsaken, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're both here.
Don't you guys feel pumped up? I feel pumped up. I am just like so
I,
livid. Don't you hear it in my voice?
Yes, we could hear the excitement in your voice. I mean, it's E3, it's the biggest game show for the year. Every single new game you're looking forward to for your favorite consoles, or if you're a PC player, you have to watch E3.
For real.
yeah, it's really it is one of the most looked forward to events for a lot of us gamers. The secrets that the developers and they will be having. Games we would not have been expecting. Games that we are expecting, we want more information on. So I'm really looking forward to E3 this year. They have a few games that piqued my interest, and a few what is how to put like Nintendo and Microsoft. I'm a bit disappointed with them. So I think we could start off with that before we move over to Sony. Jonathan?
Yeah, well, we have to remember that basically Microsoft canceled a lot of their exclusive games that were coming to the year, and they don't really have much. I mean, it's just the basic sequels Microsoft Xbox players will look forward to this year. That's like Forza. A new Forza game is expected to be announced. Crackdown 3, of course, but we've been expecting that for a while. There's also the possibility of a Gears of War 5, so we might see a continuation of Marcus and them story. So it's not much to expect.
Yeah, and I think that is something that this E3 I think they'll be lacking in, because I mean we all know that this E3 will have no new or no announcements of any new hardware. So we're not expecting to hear any news on the PlayStation 5 or any new Xbox console. And I think with them knowing that okay, we're not really going to be relying on a new system, they should have really focused on what games are they bringing. I'm saying Microsoft, to me, I think is lacking these days with exclusive games. And a lot of people, and they'll be like, well, it's quality, but I mean, you can still deliver good quality exclusive games. I mean, for crying out loud, look at God of War for Sony, and that pushed so much sales for PlayStation. So
it's just ridiculous. Sony came out strong this year, and well, we saw and we knew to expect something great from God of War coming out of last E3. And I mean, God of War just wow. It's just at the front runner right now. There's no competition from other consoles for God of War at this very moment. So
I won't even say that Sony started off with just like the God of War, because we also had like the Monster Hunter released earlier this year as well. So I think that really started off everything that was going for them. But talking about Monster Hunter, that also like brings us to like Nintendo's point, what they want to deliver for E3. Again, Nintendo is. I have nothing against the Nintendo, but I think it's more of a family-oriented kind of console per se. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that they should move away from that, because that's what they look forward to. And I think Luke is saying that we're a bit muffled. Not sure how we can fix that one. Some audio problems. But sorry, Luke. I hope we fix that issue. But Nintendo wants to actually port a Monster Hunter onto their console, the Switch also. Breaking records, the Nintendo Switch. But to the Nintendo fans, I'm so sorry. It's not going to be Monster Hunter World, as you know.
No, it will be I think it's Monster Hunter
Uh,
XX. I can't remember the new one number, but I know the new Monster Hunter game is not really an old one. I think it's basically generations, and they'll be using all the features from old games. I think it have like a few tweaks they added to the game, but otherwise for E3 on Nintendo's end, I know for a fact that a majority of my friends who have the Wii and the Switch will be looking forward to the new Smash Brothers game that is supposed to be announced coming E3. So, Nintendo fans, you know you have to watch it to see what's going to happen. And
yeah.
well, there's also the fact that Fortnite is supposedly coming to the Switch, but we'll have to wait for E3 to figure out if that's really what's going to happen. And Dragon Ball Fighter Z as well. So we have to see what's going on in the show coming weekend.
And we also have FIFA, which will actually be first, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that will be like FIFA on the go is like PSP days once more. You know what I'm saying? Except this time it's not on PSP, it's on Nintendo Switch. So you have to actually get a Switch to be able to play it on the go. But we will see how
Yeah.
that will. But I think E3 this year, it has an interesting lineup, especially obviously Sony. I think Sony is taking the list this year. They are coming out strong for 2018. They have a lot of games, a lot of speculation for games. That we have been waiting on for so long.
Yep.
Games that they showed last year, sneak peeks, and it's like, whoa. So I think you could start it off with the games that you are most interested in for this year, or what more you want to learn about.
Yeah. Well, for this year E3, personally, I'm looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima, which is basically an open world game based in the year 1274. It's created by Sucker Punch Productions. I don't know if you guys know this, but these are the guys who made Infamous, so we know we're expecting a great single player experience. There's a lot of history behind the game because it's also based on the legendary defenders who protected Japan against the Mongol Empire, who not only invaded the island but also wreaked havoc and conquered the local population.
And
And
but to pause you on that one day, I really and truly I have not been following up so much with the development on this one. All I also know is basically that it is based in like a feudal society, Japan. But I think that in itself, the time period will just sell it. I'm not sure if you guys who are watching, you are interested in that, because a lot of games really and truly have never explored that time period. So I'm really hoping that they bring about that. Explore that to its full potential at least. If we need sequels for it, at least bring something and offer something good.
I'm not sure about in regards to sequels, but I would have to say exploring that time period and where they're going, because basically it's the advent of the ninja, because as they said in a couple of descriptions, you are one of the last remaining samurais, and you realize that honorable means will no longer aid you in defeating the enemy, so you must now become a ghost. And for all of us who know in gaming, when you talk about Japan and ghosts, it's obviously ninjas we're talking. So I'm guessing the game will have a lot of open world stealth based elements to it. I would much prefer being out in the open and hacking and slashing left and right, but the stealth based element could add a new way to deal with opponents, especially in the back. In
Well,
those
I mean,
times.
it was no challenge to Assassin's Creed, man. You know what I'm saying? They'd be
Yeah,
like,
well,
yo,
there's no
Ubisoft, you've
challenge
been
for it.
lapsing. You've been lapsing on feudal Japan, and I mean, a lot of Creed talking about Assassin's Creed. A lot of Creed fans, and then we're looking forward to that new game, Odyssey.
Yes.
And where that is taken. Um, but there are also a lot of rumors and speculations that is not necessarily continuing on Bayek's story. We need to see more information on that. But if Ubisoft has made the biggest mistake that they continuously make, especially from me as an Assassin's Creed fan. You are not allowing us to fully grow with these characters that you're introducing. You cannot make a game, give us a new assassin, and then just drop him for the next title. The reason why we all love the Ezio trilogy is because it was a trilogy. It allowed us to grow with Desmond. It also allowed us to grow as Ezio. We saw Ezio in his youth, his mid, and his older years, especially when he left the Order. That is what we need. And you came with Bayek. You basically, they did refresh the whole franchise, and it felt fresh. But if Odyssey does not continue Bayek's story, I think that they're losing out a lot of stuff there. Also, just to reply to Luke's comment down below, he's supporting us. Thank you, Luke. Luke says he's interested for Fortnite on his Switch, so I assume, Luke, you are a Nintendo fan. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo needs their fans.
Yeah, but I think personally, in my book, I mean, I don't really game much on Nintendo, but I believe Fortnite will do extremely well on the Switch because, as we all know, Fortnite is right now is one of the most popular games, and they basically hold the PlayStation community because it was like one of the first, you could say, battle royale type game. I keep saying that battle royale. Basically, last man standing, but let's not go there. And as we're on that topic of Fortnite and owning the PlayStation community, there is the possibility on E3, the announcement of PUBG finally coming to PlayStation for all the PlayStation fans. But as I told my co-host earlier, and he'll probably agree with me as well, I don't think PUBG will do well on PlayStation because the fans are already right there with Fortnite, and I don't think anybody wants to go and dish out an additional $30 just to buy a game which they already have already and they're experiencing it for free with Fortnite. It looks like it's gonna be a bust because I don't think they have any development plan or any new content they're gonna release with it when it comes to PlayStation. I think they're just gonna port it across, and we're gonna end up with all the bugs and stuff they don't fix on PC on PlayStation. And we all know, as PlayStation fans, we don't tolerate bugs. We get pissed off and we literally toss the game aside. Star Wars.
Star Wars indeed. But I really do think that is a little too late for PUBG. I think PUBG in its earlies would have done well and would have been successful, but PUBG's, and I stated, if I'm not mistaken, I think I stated it in the last stream, PUBG's downfall was that they went with a time exclusive with Xbox. You caused that upon yourself because you're like, we were waiting for you all to bring this game to us, and you didn't. And then Fortnite comes for free and they bring the game for us. And it's like, okay, good. We're satisfied. We're happy. At least for the Fortnite fans and their community. And really and truly, PUBG, how much I'm going to be paying? Like $30 for a video game that, again, is offering basically somewhat of the same mechanics as Fortnite, which is free. So I think PUBG at this point in time, unless and also they're not even adding anything new, new maps, nothing new. So it's like, what am I paying $30 for? Just like 2 maps? You understand what I'm saying? So I think, PUBG caused that upon themselves. They were not expecting, let's say, competition. So, that's why they went with the whole time, exclusive view and feel. But we will see how they bring it across for E3. Maybe a few people and they will be looking forward to it. But we will see.
Yeah, indeed, we will see, Frederick, especially coming Sunday, because I believe PlayStation's first show is Sunday. I can't remember the time, but all of you who are home Sunday, make sure. I think they'll put it on the PlayStation 4 as well, so you should be able to log into your console and see the show for it. I hope they did like last time where they basically created an app which you could download, and whenever the show streamed, you would get access to it immediately. There were also prizes like wallpapers you could unlock simply by logging in and following the shows on each of the days. And I want that to happen, but who knows? I haven't seen any sign of the app yet, and I'll check out to see if I see it by tomorrow. Another game I'm looking forward to for PlayStation because they really have a strong lineup for E3. There is Medieval. I mean, come on, that single player action game from back then on the PlayStation, amazing. Especially playing Sir Daniel and trying to stop Zarok's invasion. And I'm looking forward to see if it's actually just a do-over of the same medieval game, or if it's a newer version and not just simple reskin in HD for the game itself. It's actually a total remake like they planned for Spiral.
But I think with medieval, that is for more of like the hardcore gamers, you know what I'm saying? And we actually do plan to have a discussion on that later on at some point in time. So I think that would be more or attract the attention of those who have played the older medieval games and enjoyed it. So I agree with you on that. We will just be like observing it, looking at how they come about and they bring it. And it become good.
Well, I don't think Sony will disappoint, especially with Medieval. But as you say, we'll see. Then, of course, the highly anticipated Game of the Year Part 2. We have Last of Us also coming out for E3 this year, continuing with Elle's story, and we're going to find out what happened to Joel.
I think with Last of Us Part 1, if I'm not mistaken, I think this year is a big scrutiny phase for a lot of game developers and a lot of people like EA who have stated that single player games are dead and people don't like single player games. I think that these games here are big middle fingers, what I'm saying? It's no, they're not dead. They're only dead if you do something bad, if you don't take your time to bring these games, you know what I'm saying? So God of War, I think just prove that you need to take your time, 5 years, we don't care. You can spend a whole 10 years working on a game, but we know that it's 10 years. Well, I mean, but obviously what I'm saying is that the more time that you take to bring and develop your game is the better the game will be, rather than trying to rush out a game every single year. Example, Call of Duty. Also, example, Assassin's Creed in the earlies before Origin. Every single time that you bring out a game every single year, it saturates the whole game. It's it's the same game. You're not giving all allowing time for growth and development. So I really do think that this Last of Us Part 2 especially will do well. A lot of people, and they are expecting it. I think that it will sell, and man, who knows? It will be dropping to actually see what they're bringing for us.
I know we also have to expect for the fact that it's Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog does not disappoint, especially for their PlayStation fans. And Last of Us itself was a great game on the coming to the end of PlayStation 3, PS4 era, and it sold really well. And as a PlayStation exclusive, we all know they tend to do well on the market, as PlayStation fans are really, and we tend to support our developers as long as they take care of us and constantly fix bugs and issues. But although EA and them point out the fact that single player games are dying out, I think Last of Us will still have a multiplayer element in it, because at the end of the day, although they have one thing right in a sense, that people don't just want the full single player experience. Not everybody enjoy complete immersion versus having friends playing with you and supporting you co-op features or taking on each other in versus matches and last man survival. And moving on from there, we also have the much anticipated Spider-Man. Come on, Fred, you can't tell me you're not looking forward.
I really do. I am looking forward to the Spider-Man game. Even I think we had speculations from quite like 2016. Then they glimpsed it at E3 in 2017. So we are like, yo man, and it's actually coming out. So it's like even on the pre-order. So it's coming out this September. I think it is, or October. I'm yet to pre-order it as yet. I'm still just waiting on final gameplays to secure, make sure it's like my money's worth. But from like what we saw so far is like, yo, this game is going to be amazing. I'm so sorry. I mean, so many games that I just want to be like game of the year, but we can only have one game of the year. So it's like they bring out all these games to just compete, and it's like, yo, there's Monster Hunter, there's God of War, there's the Spider-Man, there's Last of Us 2. It's like so much. Being a gamer is really stressful. It's like broke. You get money, you play the game, then the next game comes out, I have to spend more money to play that game because I need that game. But I really think that development for the Spider-Man, they took their time, they learned from their errors from like previous Spider-Man games. This whole open world now adds a new element to it, and they need to be able to capture this open world environment properly. A lot of many games state that they are open world, and they don't deliver it properly. So I think Spider-Man will be able to bring it home and just be like, yeah, this is the Spider-Man that we have been waiting for. Got our money's worth. Combat system, it feels and it looks like a kind of like a Batman style, So we're looking at that, and I think that it will be well. It will be brought across well.
Yeah, as you touch on the topic of open world, I think that most games stress the open world element, but usually they don't really get open world right. I think one of the few games to actually do that properly were like The Witcher 3 and Fallout, because when you say open world, and surprisingly Ghost Recon Wildlands as well, when you say open world, you tell people, okay, here you are at this point, go wherever you want, do missions and whatever you want, do it at your own risk, because you go into a high level area and you die. It's not our fault. I mean, you could follow the story and do missions according step by step, starting the weak area, going to strong area, unlock your gears and move in slow motion, or if you want, you could just go straight and push all the way to the end if that's the choice you want to do. Zelda Breath of the Wild did that extremely well, and I think few games, as you say, could actually get the open world right, and we're really hoping Spider-Man does too. But I think Spider-Man is one of the few games that won't get the open world story well, because there's a definite villain in it, and you have to follow a series of steps to get to that villain, and I don't think you could change that with a game like Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has always been a game with a fixed, or it's a show with a fixed storyline. So to come now and try to change that would be pretty hard. But
I just think that there's only one thing that they need to learn properly with Spider-Man, and that's the web swinging. I mean, down in the comments you guys can say what else you're looking forward to when it comes to the Spider-Man. But I do think once they just like land that element down properly, everything will be well. And from what we see so far, it seems that it will be working good. But to move on from that, you mentioned Fallout, and we do have a new Fallout game in the making. And what are your views on that? I know Maximus, he loves our Fallout, so I think that has his eyes. But what about you?
Well, as I pointed out, Fallout does open world extremely well, and we only have rumors about Fallout 76, and we'll have to follow the developers themselves for E3 because they have hinted that they will be showing, well, providing more information on Fallout 76 themselves during the E3 show. Uh, how am I looking forward to it? Well, Fallout 4 is slightly disappointed for me, and I'm hearing that Fallout 76 might have online elements to it, and I don't think Fallout is one of the games where you want online elements to it because it's always been about, the single player experience. So to come and change that now, just to conform to status quo, if you have to say, I think it might cause problems in particular for the Fallout itself, especially the story. But let's wait and see how it goes, because
we can't judge it, we can't think so much, so we can only hope, and speculate. But I think, they will, surprise and, please at least their following and their community. So we can hope for that. What other games are there that, caught your interest? Bloodborne 2, like, yo, man, this whole series, they are, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not necessarily like a big fan because I really and truly I don't like, dying so much, and that's this whole series. You gotta learn from your mistake. There is a really large skill gap and learning curve to that game, but I know I have a few friends who love this whole series, and Bloodborne is also one of their new favorites, so they're looking forward to that. Bloodborne 2, we'll see what they can have to bring, what they can offer.
I don't think it have much to change in particular for the Souls, because remember, well, I don't know if you got Bloodborne free when it was, or either you got Bloodborne earlier on, but as I say, not a fan of it, but it was also free for PlayStation Plus a while back before. And I
didn't get, as I say, stress.
Really?
Like because I mean, like, to me, it's like if I'm playing a game, I want to play and feel like if I'm winning. I'm not saying that I can't win, but you see, like, if I constantly die by a boss, I'm just like, yo, I came to play you to de-stress and you're stressing me out. Like, what am I supposed to go and do? Play League of Legends, which is more stress. You understand what I'm saying? So, but it is, something that, we will be having our eyes on and be looking at, so we will see what they bring, what they offer. What else did we not talk about? What about your game, Death Stranding? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Thank you for reaching this point. Hideo Kojima, you great, awesome storytelling, immersion, king, fourth wall breaking person. I am so looking forward to finally seeing the gameplay elements of Death Stranding at this E3. I mean, it's Kojima. There's nothing else you have to say for that. I mean, Metal Gear speaks for itself. Kojima left after Metal Gear Solid 5, and we got Metal Gear Survive, and oh my god, I mean, how could you butcher a series like that? I mean, the game came out, and that was it. It died in a week. It dead. But now Kojima is here. Sony gave him the green light. He has the funds, he has the opportunity, and he's just going wild with what he wants to create right now. So we're getting like Kojima's full-on imagination coming with Death Stranding. There's not much we know. There are hints about the game will feature a global collaboration effort between gamers. So we don't know if like it will be like Dragon's Dogma. I don't know if you guys have ever played that game, but basically there was a world-end boss, the dragon, and it could take a collaborative effort between gamers across the world coming online and fighting the dragon and draining its health piece by piece. That each person could take out a substantial amount of the health until the dragon was finally defeated. I mean, Monster Hunter World Online came out with Tools Tarot, which is a dragon that also has this sort of collaboration effort into it where groups of 16 players would take turns hunting the dragon, and after one team finishes off slaying the elder dragon, everybody would receive
But
rewards for it.
I think that is like that was a good element. Sadly, I was yet to get the final crafting material from her to be able to complete one of my sets. So I have to wait
Well,
until that. I think it's live now, along with the
yeah.
special event for Lunastra. We also have to do a video on that. You know, we have a nice video planned for the Lunastra event. You know, our experiences with it. It was really interesting, but with sticking with the whole Death Stranding, I think again this is for hardcore gamers. You know, the casual play gamer base or the casual player may not necessarily know so much about it. So this will be really actually for the hardcore gamers, and their voices will be heard. You understand what I'm saying? Like if they disappoint with this game, it will be known. You know, so I know that you are looking out for that because it's not really necessarily like my cup of tea per se. I know about
That's
it,
fair
I
enough.
know about the development,
You-
but
you-
I know you will be paying your money for that. But
Of course, I mean, at the end of the day, as I pointed out, it's Hideo Kojima. It's somebody you know, think of the gamers, and at the same time puts his personal touch into games. I mean, the Metal Gear series speaks for itself. It has not disappointed many people, except for 5. But there was a lot of background story, and hints about 5 that we later saw that led to Kojima himself separating from Konami, and I think that was kind of the dead end for 5. But even then, 5 was an amazing Metal Gear Solid 5 was an amazing game. So I'm just basing on his history and what we know from everybody who's in the development for the game, especially Mads Mikkelsen, who's also hinted he's excited for this game. He's looking forward to it, and he thinks it's going to be a great experience for the gamers. So I think I know we have something to look forward to with Death Stranded, and we will see the gameplay this coming Sunday, or if not Sunday, it will probably be Monday because PlayStation has 2 days for their show, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I know there's also one more game on that list, well, supposed leak list for E3. And I know, Fred, both of us have been looking forward to it, and I'm going to give it a chance to announce it to our viewers right now.
yeah, I'm looking forward to SOCOM, yo. SOCOM is a game that reminds me of my youth and my younger days, especially when the PSP was, in its prime. That was a game that, I enjoyed. I played a lot. The last SOCOM game was like when? It was like in 2011. So in truth, really, that was like when I was like in secondary school. It was for the PSP at least, US Navy Seals Fireteam Bravo 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So and SOCOM, you see the difference with SOCOM. SOCOM is like the PlayStation or consoles how to put it, version of armor. It is tactical, it is immersive. You actually really do feel like a Navy SEAL, and that is what a lot of games cannot offer and cannot bring. A lot of people, and they'll be like, "Oh, SOCOM is slow." I'm like, "Yo, bro, SOCOM is not slow. It's all about tactics. Like, if you have to like lead a squad of 4 and you are in control of all 4, you actually have to know where you're going to position who because of what gun they have, what they are. So, and the multiplayer itself was like, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that because, as I say, it's like a speculation, it's a leak. But if they do bring the SOCOM game on the current generation of consoles, it will be mind-blowing for me. I will be like, yo, I'm gonna get that game.
Yeah, I think everybody, especially on the third person and tactical shooter side, will be looking forward to SOCOM. And as you pointed out, it is the armor for consoles. And as somebody who plays Armor 3 on PC, I'm really looking forward to the realistic effect of it. I'm hoping they get it right because in Armor, you feel the burden of a soldier that would actually be out in the field. You feel the weight when you pick up more than one gun, primary weapon. That's besides your pistol. You might pick up a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm gonna pick up a M16, and then you realize your character gets tired faster. I'm looking forward to this in SOCOM. I'm looking forward to the tactical feeling of watching you where you step, because I haven't really seen that in much games, especially stealth games, where they actually take the environment into consideration. I don't know if it'll have it in the game, but if it does have it, it'll be interesting. If you're walking through the forest and you step on a twig, you might make too much noise if you're moving too fast. And SOCOM's tactical positioning, as you mentioned before, it's one of the key selling points of the game, and I loved it back then, being able to control the 4 characters and putting them in position. I think Wildlands tried to do that, but it had a really terrible AI, and also Wildlands 2 might be one of the games that might be announced for Ubisoft during E3 alongside, I think, what's this other game that came out recently? It's on the tip of my tongue that we played it together on PlayStation. It's another Ubisoft game.
Which game is that? We play a lot of games on
No,
thing,
it's a Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft.
Our gaming collection right now is just like full of games that we are finished, we are almost there. We started and it was disappointing, so it's like a waste of my money. Star Wars that I can never get back because it's a digital copy that I bought.
I told you in advance about the Star Wars. I remember I reminded you don't get in with the hype. Be careful at buying it. And I was talking about Division. That's what I was talking about. There's a possibility for an announcement of Division.
Oh yes, yes, Division. And that's also another game of Maximus loves. Like that's when Maximus, like, you the viewers don't know, but sometimes when you're trying to get a hold of Maximus, it's like so hard. And then when you actually get a hold of him, he's like, yeah, man, sorry there, boy, that I was playing Division for a whole day. Wait, a day passed already? Really? Oh, yeah. So we know the pain of this Division, and I think if they do better with Division 2, they shouldn't do like what they did with Division 1. Promise us so much and deliver a little, and then try to fix the game in the.
Did I hear Division?
Yes, you did, man.
Did I hear Division? I was off over the yonder, and I heard the D word of a Division 2.
Yes, there's a possibility. I mean, it's not. It's speculation right now, but
no,
it's Wildlands 2.
No, Division 2 is confirmed. It's for May next year.
Oh my God, it's confirmed.
It's May next year. May next year. They made that. Of course, I'm on top of the information with that. Yeah. It's in May, and a lot of the progress that you're doing right now in Division will be transferable to Division 2. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And they said they will fix a lot of the quirks, and they have learned a lot of the lessons from Division 1. At least they said so. Let's hope that becomes a reality.
Well, we can only hope. I really do hope that is the case, because not many games. I mean, sometimes I think Ubisoft, like they this is like their whole motto. Like, okay, so guys, we will bring them a game and then we'll fix it after. Like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the chance to release an unfinished game and then try to make it good later on. You need to like bring your full 100. Like, give us the game. Let us be like, any updates is just adding to it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think the last game they did that. What your point is, the last game they actually did right, and they did that was Origin, Assassin's Creed. But that was after the huge failure with Wildlands and For Honor. And I mean, Division was good because I actually clocked a lot of hours in Division. I ended up reaching endgame. I started to do all the quests. I did most of the DLC. So I know for a fact they try hard to fix the issues later on, but they have to stop releasing incomplete games and then saying, well, you buy the expansion packs and that's when you get additional content. When in reality, we all know as gamers, it's actually the finishing parts of the game they're now adding to it.
So they have to really like look at that. But it all adds down because I mean like we basically kind of run through our whole like listings for the games that we are at least anticipating for E3 this year. The usual Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They will have some more gameplay footage of that there. So the Call of Duty fans, they will look at that. Battlefield fans such as myself and you, we are looking forward to seeing what they can offer. But my whole point with this E3, and we need to really have a discussion on this, like the types of gamers, because you see E3 is just like trailer based most of the time, and that's what sell a game. And we need to be careful, especially when it comes to like pre-ordering games. Like, sometimes a trailer will look amazing and then the game sucks. Quoth, Star Wars, and you can't get back your money. I can't get back that $80 I spent.
That was completely your fault because I told you in advance, do not buy Star Wars. And Max, I don't know if you think so as well, especially for Star Wars. What you think about the game?
I got China from Darth Fred. Darth Fred told me to buy it, and I purchased it.
No, but you see the reason why, and this is the whole thing, right? This as gamers is something that we have to face. See, because they said that you can play with your friends, and it'll be so fun. You can't play with your friends in Star Wars. You're not in the same squad. You get lucky if you all die at the same time and they put you in the same squad, but you're never in the same squad. That's this. I don't even want to like think about it because then it makes me cry. I just have that game right there as labeled wasted $80, but I didn't waste my money with God of War, of course. Yo man, what was the best? I think after the stream, I will go back and play some God of War. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need to stop playing God of War and play other games because there's too little time, too many games coming out. I mean, we just look at how much games we hinted at will be coming out later this year, and to just not take it on, it's ridiculous. Yeah, you have to come off and play other games, and I know for a fact, especially with Ghost of Tsushima and SOCOM, because I know for a fact that SOCOM will probably have online elements to it.
Well, you see, I really actually I do hope. I mean, I want them to bring it out like this year, but I hope that they bring it on next year, because you see, when I play a game, I just want to focus on that game only. And they bring it on Battlefield at the end of this year, and I just want my whole Christmas to just be like Battlefield, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like Battlefield, Spider-Man, SOCOM, because that is like a lot of money that I don't have at this point in time.
Yeah,
so much money.
Responding to Firefox, no, Firefox, E3 did not pass. E3 is this weekend. Starting from Saturday, if I remember correctly, there will be the developers show where basically Ubisoft and a few other developers will be showcasing what games will be coming out. We'll hear about Fallout 76 and whatever games that won't be released by the big three or taken as their highlight for the show. I know for a fact that Sony's show will be Sunday. And Monday, I'm not sure about Xbox and Nintendo. So E3 did not pass as yet. E3 is this week. And you have to be on and make sure and watch the show.
So, yep. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll be looking forward to it. But I think, that's basically it for tonight. You know what I'm saying? We obviously, we will be having our discussion after E3. So, news that we heard so far, I don't know what made us like, we gotta start saving apart from the games that we talked about, you know what I'm saying? But I think, you know, this E3 will be something to look forward to. Remember, guys, this E3, there will be no news on any hardware, so do not expect any news of the PlayStation 5. What?
Actually, Fred, with
What, you
regards to
talking about the
PlayStation
PlayStation
5,
VR?
no,
You talking
yes,
about
the
VR?
PlayStation VR. There's hints that there will be a new release for the PlayStation VR, a newer version. There's also hints there's possibly a PS4, a next PS4 Slim, I believe, that will be released as well. The PS4 Pro Slim, PS4 Pro Slim.
No, you see, but you see, if they do a PS4 Pro Slim, that means we then have another 2 years in the PS4 cycle. You understand?
And that's what they said. That's what they said. We're coming to the end of PlayStation. There's a good 1 to 2 years remaining before PlayStation 5 comes out. And I think he's right in a sense, because we all know, well, I hope most of you guys are computer gamers as well. We know computer technology, especially graphics card and processors, quickly advance. We're always getting faster processors, we're always getting better graphics, and there's possibly the new architecture coming on for the GeForce graphics card that will be released soon, which means we're going to enter an entire new era of gaming visually. And so I think consoles, especially Sony, who like to keep ahead of the curve, will try to release a new console with this new technology to, you know, take advantage of it and throw Xbox in the shade, because Sony's been beating Xbox and Xbox has only been reacting. And we know for a fact that Nintendo completely removed themselves from this console wars. Dear God, do not bring PC into console wars, because friends like Fred and them. No, not you, Fred, but I know gamers in general. PC is in a class of its own. Yeah, it's a class of its own. So don't, when I hear or see people comparing graphics, I'm like, why would you compare graphics between a PC, a PlayStation, Xbox? Come on.
Yeah, you know, a PC can always like upgrade, you know what I'm saying? And being a PC gamer really actually is, to me, it's a bit more
expensive.
costly.
It's
yeah,
very
you know what I'm saying?
expensive because
I rather they, you know, they make a game that is suited graphically wise, you know, that is nice, breathtaking on the current generation, rather than me having like, oh, look at this graphics card that, you know, I have to go and buy an update, you know, year after year. So unless you have the money for it, you know, by all means, you go on, man. You blow. If you want, you can donate to me though. We have to set up some way. If you are a PC gamer and, you know, just have a lot of fun that you really don't want US wise, feel free to bless your boy, Darth Fred. You know what I'm saying?
I think especially
thank you so much. Like about 5.
Especially as I said with PC gamers, which is why I say it's in a class of their own. If you want to say compare graphics between PC and console, I'm going to hit you with one thing: limit your funds to build a PC to the same price as a console. If you want to go that way and say, oh, let's compare graphics and say PC is better, and you build a PC with 400, maybe 500 US, and show me it's going to be a PlayStation. That $400, $500 pretty much is just your graphics, if so much. It's just your graphics card. That's it for PC.
But you know, I think, you know, that's it for the stream tonight. Though I think, you know, we covered, you know, what we wanted to cover and speak about most. You know, what we're anticipating most. So don't forget, guys, you know, if you guys you know, tune in for the stream after E3, if you guys watched it, you know, and tell us what you guys were like, you know, surprised about. If you guys didn't get a chance to like watch it over the weekend and you're relying on our stream, you know, tune in next Tuesday, goes well, then hopefully, and we should be able to cover everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll definitely try to cover all the surprises and give you guys all the information what you may have possibly missed out on E3 in case you may have forgotten or had to go out and couldn't watch it. We'll try to see if we could save some footage and show you guys from the show. We'll also try to see if we could stream the show for you guys to get easier access to watching the stream anywhere. and just look forward to it because come on, it's E3, it's the biggest gaming event for the year. You need to watch this. The games you're looking forward to and the games in development. You'll get to hear from the developers. It's something you need to watch it. Just a Primal Z. The new Hero Academia game. I'm also surprised about it. I'm not sure if they'll show it at E3 because Japanese games tend to hardly get mentioned during E3. There may be a possible, if they do show the new Hero Academia game, you might also get to see the new Naruto game where for finally what we've all been waiting for is we get to create our own personal ninja. And I hope we get to see some signs of these things from Namco. And I'm not sure. I don't know who's making a new Hero Academia game. We'll find out for you. We'll see if we could get information on it for you, Primals. Yeah, and we'll hit you guys up on the next stream. But that's it for now. And I hope you guys know and look forward to E3 this coming weekend and all the shows and all the developer shows, all the console shows. And make sure you guys get it. If you guys can't see it, as we said, pop in and we'll hit you guys back with a recap. And I'll remember you, Primals, yeah, and I will make sure and find out about that Hero Academia.
All right. Well, that sounds like it for tonight, guys. And don't forget to big respect to, of course, Forsaken and Darth Fred for conducting this wonderful discussion on E3, which is going to be Saturday. And yes, hopefully the brothers will see. We will bring it right to you. And don't forget this week we have Fortnite and we have League of Legends. Yes, Darth Fred, we're going back to League of Legends. League of Legends is having its live tournament this Friday, and yes, yes,
I don't hear what I hear with League.
yes, but the brothers will see, we will be actually having a stream with TSZ from Mocha. That's our supporting team. That's our supported local team, and they'll be participating in the tournament as a team. So look forward for that this Friday. We'll be supporting the Brothers of Steel. Will be supporting TSZ in the competition, and Thursday, that is tomorrow, we'll be streaming Fortnite, and of course maybe Saturday it's all about E3. So you can always join us then. So that's it for the Brothers of Steel for tonight. Thank you for watching, and look out for us next week Tuesday.